Judgment is certain. You have that graphic description of it in Revelation 20, verses 15 and following, in which John says, I saw a great white throne, and him that sat upon it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God. And the books were opened, and the dead were judged out of the books. And the sea gave up the dead that were in it, and death and Hades gave up the dead that were in them. The picture of a certain coming judgment. Judgment is certain. It is not a fable. It is not the invention of sick minds that want to oppress people with guilt trips. It is the reality of our ultimate destiny to stand before the God who made us in that final day of judgment. And not only is judgment certain, but it is irreversible. It is irreversible. Whatever occurs in the judgment is settled for all eternity. Here in the Matthew 25 passage, the Lord goes on to describe his activity, speaking to those who are blessed, speaking to those who are cursed, blessing upon the sheep, cursing upon the goats. And then we read in verse 46 at the conclusion of that passage, and these shall go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous into eternal life. And the same word eternal is used with respect to punishment as is used for life. And as sure as that life is a quality of life, but also a duration, so the punishment is not only a quality, but a duration. The judgment is irreversible. Similarly in the Revelation 20 passage, and it says that those who are condemned out of the books are cast into the lake of fire. And what will happen in that horrible reality set forth under the image is described in the earlier verses. The beast and the false prophet cast into that lake of fire, tormented forever and ever. It's a simple, simple reality. As death leaves you, the judgment will find you. And as the judgment finds you, eternity will hold you. You get that? Dear people, do you get that? As death leaves you, the judgment will find you. No change, no moral, no spiritual, no ethical change between death and judgment. As death leaves you, the judgment will find you. And as the judgment finds you, eternity will hold you. That's a sobering reality. No escape from it. I can remember as a little boy lying upon my bed, and though those were not the words that were in my head, that reality fastened itself upon my young soul. And I lay upon my bed many a night, afraid to go to sleep, knowing that if I died in my sleep, as death left me, the judgment would find me. And as the judgment would find me, eternity would hold me. And I can remember thinking in my tortured little boy brain, but oh God, forever and ever and ever, what is eternity? Forever and ever, surely God. After so many years, I thought as a child thought and tried to define and understand eternity in terms of the succession of blocks of time. And I can remember many a night falling to sleep distressed and terrified. You say, what a horrible thing. No, my friend, I thank God for it. Because God was bringing my little boy mind into touch with reality. And the fact that you've been able to pillow your head night after night and year after year with no such thoughts is no credit to your good sense. It's a monument to the power of the devil to blind you to reality. and to stupefy you and to benumb you and to paralyze all efforts to seek the Lord while he may be found and to call upon him while he is near.